spend your time doing something you are passionate about. You should not spend your time worrying about being managing director, being prime minister, earning this much money, getting up onto a corporate hierarchy, because those are just things that won't sustain you. You can have all sorts of different ambitions about this. What's the worst that can happen? You fail, but at least you spent every day doing something you really want to do. I'm not a great fan of leaning in. I think that there is obviously something in how not all, but many women project themselves that is different from the way men project themselves. So if you look at all of the research about job applications, you'll see that a woman won't apply for a job unless she's 100% qualified in the main, and men will apply if they're about 60% qualified. And by the way, I have personal evidence to suggest they also get cross when they don't get the job when they're only 60% qualified. You've got to own the talent you have. You've got to own who you are, and your manager, your employer, they will take at face value what you are projecting. They don't have the time always to create an objective assessment of your abilities. It's your role to also project it correctly and ensure that they understand it. But having said that, I really would rather have men lean out a bit. I had to be more like a man when I joined the city. I had to be better, I had to work harder, I had to be more aggressive, I had to be tougher. And you know what, I regret it. I don't want to be those things, and I don't want women who are coming through the ranks in this generation to have to do that. And we will really have succeeded, by the way, when there are as many mediocre women leaders as there are mediocre men leaders. It's not just about leaning in, there's an obligation on the other side. And I think every corporate and every business, even a startup or a FTSE 100, has this obligation that is beyond the recruitment. Everybody focuses on the recruitment. Nobody focuses on the women who are there. And that's what we need to do. And for me, getting to a place where this is not an issue anymore. I don't think it'll be 5 years, but I'm more hopeful than I've ever been. Our gender is not our only defining characteristic. Yes, we have to own it, but the single most important thing is to be comfortable with who you are and not have to be somebody else. That does, of course, involve owning your difference and owning your gender as a part of your difference in some situations. But we have to own who you are. And if you can't be who you are at work all of the time, just think of how incredibly uncomfortable that might be.